Alright, I want to say that everything is going smoothly. At least that's what I want to say. I want to double check and make sure that the stream I tried to schedule beforehand isn't still up. Because, I don't know, it's because I did my live stream through my OBS and then it shifted everything as soon as I did the live stream for the Legend Dragon Ball reaction that I just did. But it's odd how it does that. It's very odd how it'll set up a stream and then it'll run into an error, then it completely cancels that stream, and then I can't continue it after I fix it. It just messes with everything. But it happens. Still can't get over that animation? I know, it was so good. It was extremely good, Psycho. The animation was so crisp and so clean. Was that a dead drop my dude just picked up?
Mary Kelly on the back burner while she continues to destroy lives with those microchips, but for now, we've no choice.
Then perhaps it's time to have a closer look at the elephant in the room, Nigel Cass, billionaire warmonger and current CEO of our local horde of thugs, Albion BMC.
Cass certainly profited most from the bombings. We can inspire London to resist from now till forever, but it still won't break Albion's grip on the city. Not with Cass at the top.
We're going to confront the CEO of a private military company in charge of securing London? That sounds dangerous. I hope you've got more of a plan than knocking on his front door.
Bagley's come across a possible gap in Cass's armor. An ex-insider, ex-friend with an axe to grind. He'd be an asset if we can find and convince him to work with us. Come to the safe house. We'll talk it through.
I'm just adding this shop to the list.
You can just sort of sense it from the timbre of my voice.
Let's spin the wheel and find out where we're getting today's news from.
But we got a mission briefing. How far away am I from it? Oh, it's all the way over here. Yeah, we're just gonna fast travel to the safe house. Cause Skye Larson is already out of the picture. What with her and Bloom and everything that she was doing completely out. Now we need to take on Nigel Cass. And then of course there's Mary Kelly, but we got to deal with her later. And I'm getting a phone call because... Alright, back again. Now we get to interact with
Right, let's talk about Albion PMC, the only British organisation to successfully oppress more of the developing world than the British government, led by Nigel Cass, a man the partisan media calls a charismatic visionary, and Amnesty International calls a war criminal. Albion was given the key to the city to re-establish order following the bombings.
Bit suspicious timing-wise, if you ask me.
It is. So that's 2 reasons why we need to find an angle on Cass.
We've found one. His name, Hamish Balaji. Born in London, Balaji was a recipient of the Cass Foundation Technical Scholarship at 14, which included a mentorship with Cass himself. At 16, Balaji designed Cass's first drone fleet. Fun fact, Cass delayed the launch by a week so it would land on Balaji's birthday.
Cass sounds like Balaji's second dad. Why would he help us?
They had a falling out after an incident in the Niger Delta 3 years ago. A buried human rights investigation accuses Cass of ordering a drone fleet to wipe out a village protesting the construction of a pipeline, but the drones malfunctioned before they could. Balaji is named as the likely saboteur. He's been on the run ever since, but now tracking data shows he's reappeared in London.
Shit, he's looking for redemption like with the protesters. This guy designed Cass's drone fleet. I think he's trying to disarm Albion.
He covers his tracks well, but that's a good guess. Unfortunately, according to this Albion intelligence report intercepted by our friend Caitlin Lau, Cass knows Balaji's in London as well. So, that's the op. Make contact with Balaji before Albion finds him. Then convince him we have a mutual enemy in Cass.
So this guy's our best chance to stop Albion and clear our names. And the largest private army on Earth wants him dead. No pressure.
Well, it looks like we got our lineup for what we're doing next.
It took some doing, but I've narrowed down the area where we're most likely to find Hamish Balaji. I've pushed the coordinates to your optic.
Alright, time to locate Hamish at Battle Bridge Basin. And time to go back outside. There's the truth of it. I am not going to steal the car of a policeman, even though I technically could. I could definitely steal it from them. But let's just fast travel over where we need to go. And where I need to go is actually relatively close to where my other operative is. My anarchist operative. Details, what are your weapons? Non-lethal, but you have a good melee weapon. Blind and disorientate enemies, gas immunity, and you take less melee damage. My hacker is gone. My hacker died. He got taken out. I took a couple of people down with me, but he got taken out. So I need to fast travel over there and then continue on foot.
Automation causes homelessness!
We have a right to
And
work!
Albion occupancy!
Give me a chance. I want to work.
You can't replace the human mind!
Yeah, have a nice life.
Okay, Kento, I hear you. I hear you, boy.
Sure thing, okay. I guess. No, what I mean... Right.
I don't know why Kenzo's getting an attitude. He was just taken out and he's already been fed. He's fine. And we got another subway over here. We got another clothing store over here. Okay, that's a new one. That's a new one that got added. And that's the same one.
Yes, this is amazing.
Malachi has been snooping into Albion's affairs. Quietly, of course, but I've been able to determine that most of his activity stems from this area.
Let's meet mystery guy.
Not so fast. Hamish isn't in, according to his home security. And before you get
That's an old lady. Is that an old lady?
A series of traps designed to delete all of his data and then your life. Not necessarily in that order.
Oh, the people are rebelling. The people are rebelling.
Certain trying to break into his flat. Anyway, you should be able to connect to the local grid and use security cameras to disarm his traps.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go. Revolution. Thank you. You made walking into this place so much more easier. Hey, there's my operative, and you're just...
It's on the rooftop.
I'm looking at the windows. Can I try one of those, Bagley?
Sure, if you can get there. 3 options here. 1, use the window washing platform. 2, find a cargo drone. 3, give up, go home, and resolve to be a better person.
Check.
Alright, so... I need to get up to the roof, but I need to get across to the boats. I get across to the boats, I can lower that scaffolding and get my way over and make my way over there. Awesome. Alright. Game plan already set. Let's make this work, shall we? What are you doing? Why is it only at a little bit at a time? Is it because I'm moving the camera? What is wrong with you? Now, why is it that going up is so much less of a hassle than going down? I see there are cargo drones. Possibly could have been the way I got there. But there's also tech points, so I want to get those as well. So before we move over to the next story spot, tech points need my attention. Because those drone upgrades are not going to pay for themselves. I'll need points. Tech points. Time to get in contact with the dude. How y'all do? Oh!
You're not joking about the traps, Bagley.
You could force the traps to unlock by rewiring the power.
Check.
Welcome to Claire and Present Danger, and welcome to Fascist London. Don't let that boot on the back of your neck disturb you. In time, you'll barely feel it. We have to wake up people. If there was a playbook for setting up a totalitarian police state, Albion would be most of the way through it and working on the epilogue. They certainly took advantage of the fallout from the bombings, didn't they? Preyed on the fears of the city government too. They were only too happy to hand Nigel Cass the keys to the city. Wash their hands to the whole mess. The collar will only get tighter now, friends.
I need a better view of everything. Ah, much better, much better.
We are the change.
Alright, that's working out well. That goes to one spot. They could go there. Unlock that. Nice, nice. Okay, this one still isn't unlocking like it needs to. It needs power to go someplace else. There we go.
The traps are disarmed. Now, if you go through the front door of the flat, it's much less likely you'll be killed.
All right, nice. Now we can get in there without getting horribly maimed by a shotgun. Okay, Assassin's Creed reference. I see you. Good old-fashioned leap of faith, huh? And just like that, my suit is completely dry. No indication of me ever being in the water at all. Nope, not at all. In the water? What's that? Getting wet? What's that? I have no idea what that is, but whatever lining he has in its suit has got to be better than John's and John Wick's. Not only is it bulletproof, but it's also waterproof as well. I wonder how waterproof clothing works. Is it so packed that no water gets through it at all? Like, is it... How many layers are on the clothes for it to be waterproof? And have we created clothes that make it so that absolutely no water actually stays on the fabric as well? You think with us trying to make bulletproof clothing and anything, have we made some clothing that is everything proof yet?
Move one more muscle chief and I'll blow the whole place with you in it.
Okay now, just be calm.
Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Nah, we're more like the Albion's bad dream.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You done?
Wait! Albion knows you're in London. Now you can blow me up if you want, but run!
Fuck me. You're telling the truth, aren't you? Fucking hell, thought I was careful. Fucking idiot, Amish! Look, Cass is worse than you know.
Believe me, we know. Why else would I be risking my ass here, huh?
Maybe, because Nigel Cass is paying you. That's how fucking mercs work.
Listen, we want your help. Cass is no friend to us. He tried to kill us, and he had a hand in the bombings.
Mate, you don't know shit. You have no idea what Cass is and what...
Move!
Fuck! An Albion squad's closing in on you. I guess you weren't lying about that part. Fuck, think, Amish, think. Shit, fine. Table it. I'll buy you some time. Just go. No!
Time to go. Well, those guards ain't coming back.
Move it!
Do I fight or do I run?
That Just stand there. Albion won't be fussy about who they shoot.
To the situation now.
Shotgun CQC specialist in the field.
Go, go, go! I'm not losing my hitman! I'm not losing my hitman!
Turning to an accident, stand by. Negative. No vision of the suspect.
I am not losing my hitman.
Let's put out an NPW. We're getting nowhere here.
I think all that excitement convinced our new friend Hamish that we need to work together to tackle Cass. He's willing to cooperate.
Whew.
75 million people have been deported from this country, and I'm here in Britain on my own.
As a bleeding heart lefty, Andy, I would normally be outraged about this.
All right, Chief. That was a pretty slick escape. I believe you. So I'll say this. Nigel is planning something, and I don't think I could stop him on my own. If DedSec's everything I've heard, you'll help me.
We can help each other. There's a chance Cass had something to do with the bombings. What could he be planning that's worse than that?
No, that's not like him. Well, not exactly. See, Nigel's got to see himself as the hero. He's an arrogant twat, but he's not a cynic. Every place we go into, we would have some mad plan to fix all his problems. With robot police or automated crop fertilizing or some shit. Society was a technical problem. And people are just bugs in the software, you know? You work around them or you squash them. Sorry, Chief. I gotta switch proxy servers so they don't trace me. I'll hit you right back on voice. Listen, I've got an inside man, right? A contact in Albion. Says Nigel's got this big meeting happening at White Tower. He'll be talking about a major project he's got planned for London.
Working on an upgrade of his private police state? Brilliant. Does this prick ever take a day off? Whatever he's up to, we need eyes on that meeting.
I've always wanted to be in on a caper. Okay, first things first. We'll need eyes on the impregnable target, so off you go. I'll crack on with assembling the right personnel to round out this ragtag bunch of misfits.
Ah, shit. Albion cyber security sniffing my proxy IP. Must have traced the detonator signal. I gotta deal with this.
Alright, so this is where I need to be. This is where I took out one of the VIPs.
I will conclude by saying the things wrong with Britain today. I think immigration is right up there. When you think of all the health professionals who've stolen...
Tower of London? That place is tighter than a nun's asshole. How can we get in? I like to help, fam, but Nigel's caught a whiff now. With all the CTOS cameras, it'd take him less than 5 to ID me. I ain't risking my pretty face.
We need an Albion insider for our caper, one who's willing to turn coat. I've reached out to a contact who works in a nearby pub. Where better to find a bleakly disillusioned anti-hero numbing their conscience with drink, but secretly desperate for redemption. I've let our contact know what we're in the market for, and she's nearby.
Okay, so I thought I had to sneak in, but apparently we're going to recruit someone that can get inside and get the information we need. If I can get someone on Albion to be on my side, I probably wouldn't have to do all this sneaking around. If I can get an inside person, maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a reason why the option of Deep Profiler will enable me to recruit people, even my enemies, to be on my side. Maybe there's a reason why that exists. You know what? Let's go ahead and get it. So that way I can get people, even my own enemies, to join me. And if I can get my enemies to join me, then I can get access to areas that I'm not supposed to, without having to risk my own skin. Even though my Spider-Bot has been covering all these different angles, might be able to do this easier if I have an inside man. That's how a good spy works. Alright, so let's make it so that riot drones can be hijacked. And then I'll save my points for something else later.
those
All
German
right.
spies in that SIRS crackdown on the illegals in Hackney. And I think that's...
Hello?
You lot certainly know how to pick your targets. You do know that Albion have set up their headquarters in there, right?
We don't break in by choice. Nigel Cass's big meeting. He plans to unveil a new project. This is bad news for the city and for us. We need to stop him. This is why we joined DedSec, no?
Fucking Nigel Cass. You're right. Nothing good can come of this. Luckily, I hear loads of sob stories working in a pub. And near this place, quite a few from Albion are dissatisfied with the status quo. You turn on the charm, and I'm sure you can get one to join the good guys. Even got a candidate in mind.
Interesting. Send me what info you have.
I'll have Bagley push it along. Good luck, love.
Time to get an inside man.
We're aware of an Albion employee who might be approachable.
How will we recruit the fucking Albion?
They're jackbooted thugs who regularly murder civilians. If finding a disenchanted employee is really that difficult, humanity's much worse off than I thought. It would also be quite useful to have someone on the inside.
For however long that lasts, Nigel's real good at sniffing out spies.
Personal experience speaking?
Yeah, not really in a sharing mood right now, fam.
So basically, yes. Hello, Albion. I'm here to recruit you to betray your former employer. What do you say? Join side? We have cookies, we have beanies, and we have dude that looks like Jean-Paul. Like Jean Saint, whatever the guy's name is. Yo, Gajil! Did I like the short? Gajil, it was godlike. It was amazing. Oh, it was great.
You look like trouble.
Even had CDez drop in and drop some super chat in there too, and that just made it even more special. I'm like, dude!
Why don't you say what the problem is first? Then we see.
My friends got
But that Dragon Ball short, even though it took 4 years to make, you could just feel the passion. That's what everything made today should be like. Everything. Passion, not just manufactured.
But I had no other choice.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
It was a fucking scam. The drugs worked, but my friend got addicted. That's when the docs stopped giving the treatment unless we paid more. Much more. Now we can't afford it.
Son of a fuck! Don't worry. We will get your friends his drugs.
Do not worry. We will get your friends these drugs. We do not care what happens to your friend afterwards. But we do this to get you on our side.
Well, this quote-unquote doctor is a real winner. He was struck off the medical register for gross malpractice last year, and now he's a freelance mob surgeon. Nice work if you can get it.
Good work. Can you track him down?
I am quite literally always tracking everyone down. Pushing you his coordinates now.
Time to download the drug shipment info.
Into the background and into a state we've got now, essentially gone.
Alright, so how far away from this place I need to go? Oh, of course, it's always over on some far-off location. Well, we'll just fast travel to Euston Station then. Definitely one of your favorite fan-made shorts. Oh my goodness. Legend, a Dragon Ball tale was absolutely amazing. Can you imagine if we got a Dragon Ball action game, not Xenoverse, not a fighter game, but an action game where the combat was that fluid? A Dragon Ball game done by the people that gave us Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, basically people who do the combat for it. Can you imagine a Dragon Ball game done like that? It would be what I would describe as scrumdiddly-umptious. Because there's nothing better than playing a game where the controls are incredibly smooth and incredibly satisfying to take part in. The combat in Devil May Cry is absolutely amazing. So imagine if that type of level of combat detail was in a Dragon Ball game. So much potential. So much that I like the prospect of it.
Companies to control our society and make us do things.
Hopefully people won't be relying on arena fighters too much.
Is close by. Seems he's got a laptop with him too, presumably with a folder somewhere on it labeled crimes.
Alright, time to hide here and let my spider bot do the work. So let's see what we got going on in here.
you take over and encrypt all of this shit?
Clan Kelly Enforcer. Uniformed access. Semi-auto pistol. And he's got a lead pipe with him. Ah, you're embracing your inner Sabo. And you are embracing your inner teleporter because you shouldn't have been able to move that fast. And that's a doctor. Okay, is there like a hatch or something? The lock for that is in another location. It's all the way over there. Here in that Sonic Frontiers is having a Chow Garden. What? Yo, CJ is gonna... dude, Gajil. If Sonic Frontiers ends up having a Chow Garden, CJ is going to lose his mind. And given the fact that I never really got into the Chow Gardens when I played Sonic Adventure back in the day, and mind you, this wasn't my own copy of Sonic Adventure I had, but I mean Sonic Adventure that I could play at my friend's house, I was thinking, I mean, that's just going to be another reason to keep playing Sonic Frontiers, because if you have your own Chows, who knows? They probably won't go back to the way it was in Sonic Adventures, but maybe if your Chow could give you, like, passives or stuff, or maybe it's just like a Chow Garden specifically, and it's just a side thing you can do. It doesn't have to necessarily play into the whole overarching passives that Sonic has type deal. But if it does have Chow Gardens, yeah, CJ's gonna be happy. Okay, this thing is not going to be able to interact with it at all. But what I can do... Oh! Call Spiderbot.
Wait, what was that?
Dude, it's been raining all weekend. I'm loving it. Hey, it's been raining here too. Raining over here. I appreciate some rain because we've been having that hot heat. Rain is good sleep weather. You can never go wrong with rain. All right, access. I need access. Get me in there. Get me in there. Get me in there. I'm glad that any Spiderbot, not specifically mine, can get in the places that I need to go.
Hang on a sec. Initiating shutdown on this Spiderbot. Do you hear that? Lock that down, just to be safe. What the hell?
No! My download! Living in NC is a piece of work. You don't know what type of weather you're getting. Exactly! Living in North Carolina, it made me realize, oh, it's gonna get reset in a couple of seconds. Oh, so that's how y'all want to play. You want that's how you want to play? Fine. We'll play that game.
Spiderbot activated. Proceeding to objective. Target neutralized. Proceeding to objective. Assessing target. Target neutralized. Downloading necessary data.
Laptop scraped. Get to safety while I analyze the data.
Target secured. Proceeding to rendezvous. Proceeding to rendezvous point.
I found them at warehouse when experimental drugs are being stored. I'm sure Mary Kelly won't mind if you nick a few.
Or if it's just that it symbolises the loss of everything we want to hold dear. But that flag irritates the hell out.
Well, that voice got kind of messed up near the end because I couldn't even say rendezvous. But we just need more info on Sonic Frontiers. But also, hey, driverless car. Have you, Gaju, have you heard about all the layoffs that are happening at GameStop? Like GameStop's.
It's made of rocks, Andy. If your sandcastle is an actual.
GameStop has started to lay off a lot of its staff, including people that were in charge of Game Informer, and they're the ones that gave me like that big information dump about Sonic Frontiers and all that stuff. When I was reading through that one time when I was on Kyle's server, it's like. Oh, you haven't? There's been the GameStop CFO has initiated hold on, let me look this up and get this information to you.
And not just a hope that your new partner isn't good enough at hacking to find out all the.
Yes, GameStop fires its CFO and announces layoff as part of aggressive turnaround plan.
It will grow into a Tyrannosaurus Rex that will use the Cass families too.
This was 2 days ago. Its chief financial officer. It's making staff cuts across departments as part of an effort to turn around the video game retailer. And
here at Star Roger, we want to wake you up.
And CEO Matt Furlong explained the changes in the memo to employees and said the company has to take bold steps as it invests in its digital future. Now, the first thing that comes to mind when people are talking about we need to invest in the digital future, I'm thinking, they want to get into the NFT business, don't they? That's the first thing that comes to mind when people are saying like we want to invest in the digital future. Because the first thing that comes to mind is not video games. It's them supporting that dumb NFT stuff.
It seemed to be a new way of financial transactions, a new way of money. It's something that we could completely reinvent and change some of the legacy financial systems around the world and really give power back to the people.
Yeah, it was a real shift in the way that the world works. And let's recap the basics.
So a lot of people that were part of Game Informer wound up getting let go, including Brian Shea.
And what this means is you can have a decentralized system without having to trust any one party, like old-fashioned.
And Brian Shea has been with Game Informer for years.
Yeah, the features of cryptocurrency very much fit into that early mindset. It was all about finding an alternative to centralized systems. It was kind of a countercultural punk ethos. The whole point of the distributed ledger is you're not trusting any one person to keep a track of who has what money or how they're spending it. It's all out there in the open for anyone to see, and yet you can remain secretive.
But not everybody now wants to keep up this crypto legacy. They don't share this attitude anymore. We've seen institutions, businesses, even governments experimenting with crypto, which doesn't really fit into its original radical counterculture mold.
Yeah, it's kind of.
And I'm just now realizing that Watch Dogs is talking about cryptocurrency and stuff like that. And I was like, stop! I don't care! Stop talking about the cryptocurrency! No one cares!
Paper and coins. First they changed the paper notes to plastic notes, and now it's just all digital. There's nothing to hold on to.
It was great just to be able to have a little bit of money to carry around with you.
I think the turning point in the UK really came a few years ago when the pound dropped 10% over.
I'm detecting a vehicle nearby with at least 2 years worth of treatments inside. That's more than enough to wean our contact's friend off the treatment.
How many times have I come to this place? I've come to this place more times than I can count. Watch Dogs scares you because we're so close to that type of world. We really are when you think about it.
the vehicle with the drugs in it. Try not to destroy it.
The importation of foreign pork or dairy products is forbidden. Persons found in possession of contraband.
This is gonna hurt, mate. What the fuck?
Thank you for sleeping now.
Sorry, can't have you spoiling all my good fun. And the closed terminal is downstairs. That's perfect, isn't it? This game treats women equally. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hands are rated E for everyone. Yo, CJ, what is going on? Good to see you back. I know C-Des is probably not going to tune in because he was already late for work watching my reaction. Who's next? Oh, come now. Don't tell me that's all you have. 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you. Fight back, Kyushu! Fight back! Fight back! I didn't mean to punch the guy that was in here earlier. Thankfully, he didn't call the police. But this is the control panel I needed in order to get access to the van upstairs. Oh no, I done already lost one of my operatives. I've already lost my hacker operative. Because I went in an area that probably would have benefited my hitman more. But I am not losing my professional hitman.
I have the vehicle. What do I do now?
I found a safe location where our friend can pick it up. Sending you the coordinates now.
Found that crypto was being traded more than the pound, and banks were not happy. They basically forced the government to ban cryptocurrency in a last-ditch effort to save the pound.
I'm also the getaway driver!
Crypto, and it's been pushed further, deeper underground. Things used to work fine with crypto, and it was just a peer-to-peer sharing economy-style system. Now it's all on the dark web and wrapped up again in organised crime.
Yeah, if you want to make something thrive on the black market, just make it illegal.
Market dips, shares roller coasters, cryptocurrency. There are those who like to speculate to accumulate.
Out of my way! I have necessary drugs in here!
Loans, savings and mortgages since we were founded in 1867. That's why we're sticking with the pound. Only legal citizens, only the pound, Only you.
You got gripe with gaming again? You just heard something that you hope doesn't happen? Please share. Please share. Because I'm not keen on every single thing gaming-wise that happens. Please share, Gajo, please.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of The Upload. We're talking about the optic and how it's changed our lives. Now, as you remember, Bloom announced a new version of the optic at the recent Tone conference, but we haven't heard too much about that since due to the dramatic events there. Let's cast our minds back and consider the technology. I mean, the optic changed everything. It lets you see things in AR. You no longer need a smartphone. You just have the small implant that sends signals to your optic nerve and lets you see your emails, take calls, and browse the internet directly as if the screen was in front of your eyes. Instead of having to carry around a phone, you've just got the small handheld unit. So much lighter and so much more convenient. It's great.
Vicky, you sound like you absolutely love the optic. Do you actually think that it's made our lives any better?
I mean, sure, it's definitely made things a lot easier. It's so simple to call someone now. All you have to do is choose who you want to chat to, and they're there, ready to talk. And browsing the web is so much easier. I remember when you used to have to sit down at a computer with an actual keyboard and mouse and type everything out. And my favorite feature is public transport.
There might be possibility that for Sonic Frontiers might have microtransactions. For what?
I owe you.
You seem tough.
Yo, Rax, what's going on? Hope you've been well.
You want to join?
Yes, I think we'll make a formidable team.
Microtransactions in Sonic Tears? For what? What is Sonic Frontiers offering that would call for microtransactions?
Yes, we're getting bigger and bigger. Welcome to DedSec.
That sounds just like a way out there rumor.
Bastard hunting with you lot.
Fuck yes.
Because it doesn't sound to me like there's anything in Sonic Frontiers that would ever call for that.
Nigel Cass's meeting will begin soon. Approach the Tower of London when you're ready.
Okay, my question is, why is this person that was all the way here at the Tower of London, why are they suddenly all the way over here with my professional hitman operative? What are you doing over here? You got no business being over here. One of the cutest armies ever. This is coming from someone who saw Love and Thunder yesterday. Really hope, oh yes, we must raise our Chow armies. Raise the army! Raise the Chow army! Alright, the closest place is gonna be the Tower Hill. Why did this... Hear me out. Personally think microtransactions should only be in multiplayer. And I'm trying to see why that would be the case, but knowing Sega, what if they charge us characters to play with? I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, granted, when you think about it, they charge people to play as Virgil in Devil May Cry 5. But that's because Devil May Cry 5 was good, and no one had problems spending money on Devil May Cry. Because, I mean, if you're playing as Virgil... That is the first time I've ever crashed into a car hard enough to be launched. I'm sorry.
Didn't even need to make the optic mandatory.
I knew someone was gonna clip it.
Fines and arrests from the state for not having the optic would pretty much be enough.
I mean, what do you mean by privacy problems? No one really talks about that anymore.
They don't talk about it because...
But I don't know. We'll have to see what Sonic Frontiers does. I'm not big on microtransactions in games, especially in single-player games where it doesn't exactly have a reason for it to be added in there.
I don't want anyone to have a clue about where I am, who I'm chatting with, what I'm doing. It's not even dodgy stuff, but I just don't want anybody to blackmail with me with this in the future by hacking it. And because of Bloom's contract...
If we're lucky, word hasn't spread that you've hung up your jackboots. Just try to put on your meek, harmless, broken by the system face. Oh, and don't forget your uniform.
have uniformed access to certain restricted areas. Uniformed access! To gain access, activate the uniform on the ability wheel. When used, restricted areas appear differently on the minimap and movement will be slow. Guards may gain suspicion if you perform suspicious actions. Avoid getting too close to guards or running. Alright.
Looking sharp. Your ex-colleagues won't pay any attention to you unless you let them take a close look.
So we just need to stay far away and avoid running. We just gotta act natural. You didn't see anything.
That's someone new.
Let me in! Let me in! Oh! Oh, that was so close! That was so close! That was too close!
A word of caution now we're inside. Any disturbance in here and Nigel Cass will surely cancel his meeting. Avoid being detected by your former colleagues or this operation is a bust.
Nigel won't have anything important on this floor.
You seem to know a lot more about him than the average person.
Yeah, I was Albion too, if you hadn't twigged to that. Me and Cass were close once. Looked up to him.
Huh.
He was bigger than life, fam. Literally a tech genius. And I was just a gearhead kid. I wanted to be like him. That's why I joined up.
Seriously?
Didn't find out he was a murderous prick until later.
Can't wait to see it roll out. This is going to make our jobs that much easier and safer. Yeah. You don't think
Oh, I need to head upstairs.
Queen Victoria kept these letters, written by her beloved and much mourned Albert, until her death in 1901, a full 40 years after his death, on loan from the Victoria and Albert Museum.
So can you tell me a little bit more about how the retrofit's going?
Everything is proceeding on schedule, and Mr. Cass is as determined as ever to make the White Tower as safe as possible from terrorist attacks. I believe he has ensured that every security measure has been properly taken so that we are all well protected. I've got nothing here so far. As he likes to say, there's nothing. I've got nothing against it.
That's quite admirable. Yeah, I think that's
Pardon me? Pay me no mind?
No laws. Everybody just out shoot. The whole bloody it just seems like you can try
They better not be just a
making it into a
theatrical performance
for the whole public to see.
This door clearly requires a security pass.
Great.
Use one of the nearby computers to create your forgery.
Be careful. You don't want to know what Nigel does with trespassers.
Use one of the nearby computers to get your pass. Also, the nearby computer is halfway on the other side of the building. Nearby. What is it with British people and their inability to tell the difference between near and far?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But there's always an element.
Last time I ran into this, they said like, oh, where you need to go is halfway across London. I mean, is around the corner, and it was actually halfway across London.
Still images and a recording from an internal investigation into Cass Senior's death.
Let's see it.
Internal Psych Assessment AS001 Subject Cass Nigel. Mr. Cass experienced a deeply traumatic event when he witnessed the murder of his father, Gareth Cass, CEO of Albion. he began exhibiting symptoms soon after what he frequently described as the random event. Mr. Cass's initial symptoms included insomnia, paranoia, distorted blame, and recurring flashbacks. However, he appears to have channeled his anger and self-described powerlessness into his work to ensure that Albion become, quote, a mechanism for preventing unpredictable violence. It seems somewhat of a mania, edging on psychosis. For me, this raises concerns about Mr. Cass's fitness to run a multinational security company, but I cannot, at this time, make any recommendation beyond continued monitoring, especially considering that I have been asked to close this file.
So, looks like Cass has some issues to work through. It would have been nice if he had done that before he had to secure London.
Yeah, well, Nigel's never close to anyone but his dad. And me, I guess. Never had much faith in people, really.
Well, the pass is ready, but rough. If this resistance thing doesn't work out, I doubt you'll make a living as a document forger. Let's give it a go anyway. Nigel Cass awaits.
Can I do an impression of the spectacular Spider-Man version of Tombstone? In my life, I've been called many names. My favorite is Tombstone. Because you know Keith David got that deep voice. I'm trying to find some more quotes from him real quick. I'm looking on my phone rather than on a laptop so I can just focus on the stream. But it doesn't have any quotes. So we'll just go with that one. Try and keep my voice as Keith David as possible.
That thing can help. I know. Yep. Morality, whatever. Animal rights, whatever. But it's true. You know, I don't mind.
Oh, yeah? Think so?
How's it going?
How are you getting on with those metrics? The deadline is coming up quickly. It wouldn't do to miss it. He's presenting to the stakeholders right now.
I know, but if I mess this up, then the whole project is delayed. I don't know how. What?
I don't even joke about it. I don't even want to think about what Director Cass would do. Just make sure you get it done.
Haha! Your boy is slick. Oh, so slick.
Welcome to Project Themis. Our new autonomous drones. These drones can identify, isolate, and terminate threats before they can do harm.
Boy, that sounds familiar.
They can go anywhere, see everything. They could kill a man alone in an alley.
Wasn't that pretty much the pre-existing threat of the Winter Soldier?
Precision. Themis drones can do what humans have always struggled to. Act immediately and decisively.
Gotcha, you said the exact same thing.
Support, I couldn't stand here and tell you, I promise you, that with the launch of Project Themis, London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Mr. Cass, I was hoping you called us all in here today to discuss the ethical issues.
No, it's all right. The Commissioner cares, as we all do. I admire his passion and his dedication. Let's talk ethics.
Well, for one, Themis goes far beyond Albion's mandate. We really should have more government consultation.
I see. Delay the launch so that we can debate and assess the details.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the Defense Minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must. It's the human element that got us into this. No more debate, delay, indecision. Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize Themis. Now, will our friends at Tidus be ready? You are the cornerstone of the project after all. Do you need to consult any outside parties?
No. We'll be ready.
And just in time. Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists. Decisiveness is hard. But here's the best part. Once this decision is made, no more will be required of you.
That's a double meaning.
Attention, a building-wide security sweep has been initiated due to document breach.
I warned you about that, forgery. Your uniform will help. Don't let them get a close look at you.
I need an exit, Bagley.
The catacombs, fam.
Oh, I need to get back down. Ah, dang it. Yo, Brandon, what's going on? I am trying to escape. Well, see the Avengers assemble. What are they gonna do? They can't do anything about Themis. They can't even do anything about AIM. AIM is still running rampant through that game. Asus Gaming, welcome. We're messing around with Watch Dogs Legion. Don't look at me, 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 don't look at me.
There, that does it.
Walk away. Walk away. Walk away. Lazamer, welcome as well. Did I mispronounce your name as well? Because ASOS, let me make sure I enunciate the O. I don't want to incorrectly say someone's name incorrectly. You like my voice? Well, thank you. And distract. You know me from the Demon Slayer reading? Well, thank you. A lot of people seem to know me a lot from that one. My read-throughs tend to get a lot of attention, so I'm just grateful that what I do, people are entertained by it. Haha, slick. Is it time to run?
Saw Nigel in action in there, didn't you? Man can be very, persuasive.
He's certainly efficient and cold-blooded, and fully committed to rolling out this Themis project. Not good news.
Alright, so, I thought I was gonna grab onto the rope, but apparently not. Ooh, I got quite a few people up in here. Welcome, everyone.
Damn.
Who knew they had money just lying down in here for no apparent reason?
Shit! I I do not like this at all.
Why are they trying to make this all creepy? What's going on down in here? Is there something I ought to know? What are you doing here? What's going on? Or is this where I'm supposed to be going? Aw, Gajeel. That really does mean a lot to me. Thank you.
What was that?
They better not be down in here.
Fucking hell. Albion's top secret project is an automated killing machine. And it looks like Cass is almost ready to launch. We have to get Themis out of his hands.
I'll prepare a briefing. Will we see you there, Hamish?
Pretty face, not risking, remember? But patch me in. You and me got some scheming to do, Bagley.
So we got a new mask and we got some money. Imagine if there was an alligator in the sewers. Well, you couldn't blame that on America. But we also got some tech points. So let's make our way back to the hideout. Well, first things first, let's set it as the main mission. Now, mind you, we're taking all this time to go after Albion, and we still have Mary Kelly to deal with. But apparently that'll happen after. How many tech points do I have? 65, so I can upgrade something on my gadget side, or just straight up upgrade side. I feel like the more I upgrade the drones and everything, because I can hijack all of them now. So if I want to give myself an edge, I can just hijack the turrets or the drones. Or I can make them turn on their allies. Maybe I'll do that. Ooh, you know what? We're going to invest and max out the counter-terrorism drone and make it so that it can attack its own allies. So it can basically do the work for me. And since these things are heavily plated, yeah, no one is just going to be destroying these things instantly. I got something in my throat. That's why it sounds shaky. I'm good now. Fully upgraded. I'm going to use the last points to fully upgrade the turret and the chase drones. I'm just going to cause havoc. I may not even have to enter into a building. I can just cause these things to just go off. Send the whole place into anarchy. Ah, the craziness. But now we need to go fast travel to the hideout so we can continue these missions.
I'll start the briefing whenever you're ready.
I just got here, so can you be patient, Bagley? Please. Please don't turn into Jarvis from CD Avengers. I don't want you to be overwhelmingly annoying that I don't want you to ever say anything again. Even though I said I kinda didn't like you in the beginning. I'd rather you not be annoying.
Here's what we know about Nigel Cass. He's rolling out something called Project Themis. The lack of information on its own is worrisome, but what little we do know is Cass wishes to remove the human element from law enforcement.
We also know he's partnered with Titus, which is never good. Titus does other work with Albion. Nasty shit like autonomous weapons, human targeting algorithms.
So Titus is our best lead to fill in the blanks on the secret project, but their security is notoriously difficult to crack. So Hamish has proposed an intriguing solution.
Albion's been working on a new microdrone, something my contact told me about. That shit's not even in production yet, but if we get the plans, we can manufacture our own.
To bypass Tidy's security?
Exactly. They're weird as fuck. Supposed to do maintenance on Albion's other drones, but the smallness of them means they can slip into places nothing else can.
Well, there we have it. Our next step is to infiltrate the Albion drone manufacturing lab and get our hands on schematics.
And then you lot will have a fun little gadget to break in the Titus. Love it. I'll shoot you the location. Be careful. Albion doesn't like to share his toys.
Interesting. Steal the micro drone schematics. That's gonna go along smoothly. And in no way, to be honest, Elden Ring is an anime game. You can't change my mind. It is. It really is. It's an anime game with gothic graphics. An anime game set in the realistic graphics of Berserk. And if you see it as such, it works. The monstrosities you come across, the larger-than-life bosses you fight, the dungeons you have to delve into, the open fields and battle and destruction you face in Elden Ring. Elden Ring is an anime game. It just doesn't have the anime graphics. Take note, Bandai Namco. Well, they haven't... When's the last time they made a consistently anime game that wasn't just Dragon Ball? On probation, defendant neighbor from Albion extortion. I need a new hacker, weapon dealer, scammer, black market vendor. I need a hacker because I lost mine. Con artists. All of y'all are just bad then, huh? Probably when we were in our preteens, possibly. I mean...
Safety is everyone's responsibility. Thank you.
Oi, Biggie! What's your back? Ow! Hey!
Ready for action!
If that's how you want it.
Come on!
Sit down!
Filming is commencing at Red Blood British Broadcasting Network. I have had it!
Get ready, blood!
Prick.
No way,
You're in for it now!
Come on up.
Now you're asking for it!
Let's go! Jordan!
Oh, that is it!
Suspect reported in your area, potentially armed and hostile. On the scene, first to bring you the news.
Control,
That is it! Get ready, blood! Now you're asking for it! Make it stop! Make it stop!
Let's get an ambulance for this civilian. Over. As long as people are detained, none of us are free.
This is the Mary Kelly gang! This is the Mary Kelly game! Why y'all get mad upset at me?
Have a chance of becoming a bit private again, so you can go back and enjoy all the great things about Optic without that fear of surveillance.
With the Optic, privacy's dead.
Any sign of the target? Anyone?
Immigrants, migrants, and illegals. Those are some of the words officials use in their public statements.
I'm pretty much safe now. I'm pretty much safe. You want One Piece to have a wide range of games for everyone. It's the only anime, in my opinion, that you could you could make a MMO, turn-based, action RPG, or your regular hack and slash game. What about Bleach? That could fit too. Not just One Piece, but Bleach as well. Bleach games ain't getting no love. Last time we got a full-on Bleach game for consoles that people could enjoy that wasn't mobile was Bleach Soul Resurrection.
You're coming up on the Albion drone facility where the micro drone is being developed.
They got turrets.
It will be. You're gonna need to disable the security system protecting the R&D lab.
They got turrets.
Investigating disturbance. Target sighted. Entering combat.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Almost done with the Bloodline DLCs. Pretty decent. You give it a 7 out of 10. Bleach 2, but Kyushu One Piece has the best world building and one of the greatest MCs in your opinion. Oh, I see. I see.
There's nothing here.
I need to find that other... Ah, there it is. I need to hijack that turret.
Authorized pass. That drone's been hacked. Lockdown. Shit! Fucking.
I can't access this. I went out of range. But now I have a means of getting in. Spider. Spider activated!
Spider-bot activated. Beginning mission.
Something sets off the alarm. See what it is.
Let's see what set off the alarm. I'll check it out. False alarm. As you were.
Information obtained. Target neutralized. Deck points obtained. Drone lab unlocked.
Security's down in the R&D lab. The plans for the microdrone will be in there somewhere.
Neutralizing ground floor operatives. Assessing target portfolio. Target alerted. Target neutralized. Target obtained.
I've downloaded the schematics. You can leave whenever you like.
And that is how you do it. If Sonic Frontiers becomes successful, I hope we can get a little multiplayer mode. Can you imagine we just racing each other in the open world? The first thought that comes to mind in thinking of that is taking your frames into the plains of Eidolon and just running around.
Decides to launch. And with what he was saying, we don't have much time.
In the belly of the beast. Haven't noticed that outside of some video games, the Marvel version of Hercules hasn't really been in much other media and doesn't really have a distinct voice just yet. Not really.
Got a potential recruit for you. Armour.
Because in most Marvel media, Thor or Hulk are the strongmen. They're the most prolific ones. So people really don't pay Hercules or even Zeus that much mind when you think about it.
In London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Bloom. The tower looms over...
Because why introduce a whole bunch of strongmen into the Marvel mythos and media when you can just stick with Thor or Hulk when it comes to, you know, monstrous strength?
Yeah, now everything that's part of Bloom's city surveillance operation is run...
Because think about it. You have Thor and you have Hulk. Hulk, you have all the strength you need. Thor, you have all that strength, but you also have, like, the magic side of him as well.
What's that even about? What does it...
So when you introduce someone like Hercules, who's known for his strength, but that's all he's known for, and he really doesn't do much else, yeah, they're not going to introduce him or make him as well known.
Bagley are both operated and streamed from there too.
And don't forget about the self-driving car.
Need Hulk to go back to being Savage Hulk? Yes, we all do. The moment he started to become Dad Hulk, the moment he started to become your favorite substitute teacher when your grouchy teacher is out for the day, the moment he became that, he became less Hulk and just more Banner. He's not the Hulk. He's got the body of the Hulk, but he's not the Hulk.
And while these cars still use some of this technology,
everyone knows it. Everyone misses him. When we look at the Savage Hulk that we got from 2003 Ang Lee's Hulk, or the 2008 Incredible Hulk movie, or basically any of the Hulks before Endgame,
Whenever I try to use one of the shareable self-driving...
everyone preferred that one. But we get this talking Hulk that is like chilling. He's got like t-shirts on. He's having mojitos. He's just kicking back, relaxing, chilling, all cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. Who he might actually be doing that, like literally playing basketball. But if we never get Professor Hulk back, I don't think anyone's gonna be sad. People will remember him because of the memes, and he's got a lot of gifts too. People will remember him because of the memes and how big of a meme he became, but no one's going to miss him as a character. Because he's not an improvement. He's just a temporary downgrade we got to deal with right now.
Cream and spice and all things nice. That's what little treats are made of.
And I hear Kenzo bark and I might need to take him outside real quick. Yeah, I hear him barking. I might need to take him outside.
In today's
Hold on.
episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer...
Let me move into a spot where I'm not blocking traffic or causing the police to look at me like I'm doing something wrong.
About its origins. It's so present everywhere we go.
And there was something wrong with that drone up ahead.
Bagley is the service AI that's present.
So let me get to a nice secluded spot where I could potentially not get gunned down by somebody. And then, ooh, maybe that car, nah, I'm not gonna use a cargo drone.
Why do you think it grew so quickly?
In my mind, it's no surprise that Bagley became so popular. It's funny, useful, fast. It's a great companion and really just makes life...
All right, this is a good spot. Let me go ahead and take Kenzo out. I'll be right back. Hold tight, everyone. I want to talk more about Marvel characters once I get back.
There's a quick answer and loads of information available to you. One day, I let Bagley answer all of my messages for a whole 24 hours and no one even noticed the difference.
The other competitors really just couldn't compete with Bagley. Their answers were so much worse. They didn't understand anything, and Bagley pretty much gets everything right first time. Do you have any idea why Bagley really beat all the competition?
Well, it's really the data, isn't it? Ever since Broker hooked up with Bloom, that's when things changed.
And really, that's not actually that great. Bloom has data on everybody. They collect information about everything you're doing across the web through your optic headset. Isn't the AI only good because of Bloom surveillance?
Well, I suppose so, but I'd prefer not to talk about that side of things. Bagley is so special because it's been trained on this huge cache of information. That's how these AI systems work, or at least used to work. I mean, we don't really know that much about the latest version because there's so much secrecy around the tech. But they're given this huge amount of training data. It's basically a huge database that's used to teach the AI about patterns in behavior. You know, so if you always travel the same way to your house, it can predict when you're going to go and get a self-driving car ready for you before you even ask for it.
That's pretty terrifying. In some ways, I don't want this data to drive my life. It understands too much at times. Have you heard some of the rumors around the hacked version of Bagley?
I've heard mutterings, yes.
I've heard it's been used by DedSec.
I wouldn't put it past them. It's pretty well known that they're not fans of Bloom. But the idea of a souped-up version of Bagley, given it's already so intelligent, is a bit terrifying.
I wonder what they could actually make it do.
They're here! You've got to help me!
All our officers are busy at the moment. We'll have someone with you as soon as possible.
No, they're in the house!
The police do a great job, but there's never enough funding to go around. That's why we're here to offer an alternative.
This is Albion Security. Put down your weapons or face lethal force.
Albion, we're ready to keep you safe.
You're listening to The Bug.
May cause nausea, vomiting and headaches. You're listening to The Bug, the Resistance comedy show brought to you by the Buccaneer Network. I'm Andy, joining me, as always, Alice.
I'm excited to be here. Apparently, the Resistance is not going well.
Again? Well, there has been some news about DedSec, the Resistance and/or terrorist organisation, delete according to preference. Not preference, sorry, delete according to whether or not you work for the government, SIRS, Bloom, the Kellys, or Albion. According to a SIRS official, DedSec is no longer a threat. Which I guess is true, in that it was never a threat in the first place. Reminds me of when my great-aunt Gladys had her appendix out. Oh, Andy, that surgeon's a real threat, waggling that knife at me, trying to knock me out. Well, they called a scalpel and an anaesthetic, Gladys. Anyway, if SIRS officials say DedSec is dead and buried, I guess we have to assume that DedSec has never been stronger. But I do worry, Alice. I mean, sometimes I think, is there any hope? Do you still have hope?
I don't think I'm allowed to have hope. We're living in the self-selected, algorithmically designated information equivalent of a propaganda state, and every resistance that I've ever seen is weaker than the British pound. I feel like hope is an expensive thing to buy these days.
Right. I mean, is it all totally pointless? I mean, it can feel pointless, but then again, I've spent almost all of my life doing pointless things, like watching sport, thinking about sport, thinking about watching sport, learning French and hoping for a better future. All completely pointless. But yeah, I've done them, so we might as well carry on. Is there a light at the end of the tunnel? Yes, I think there is. Unfortunately, what is that light? Is it an oncoming train? Well, no, it couldn't be. Obviously, that train would be late or cancelled. Is the light at the end of the tunnel a burning effigy of the concept of hope? quite possibly. Is it the soul of Skye Larson imploding into its own vacuum? May well be that. Is it the ego of Nigel Cass that is now so big that it's sucked all the light in the universe into itself? I think that is most likely is that, but we'll never give up, Bug fans. This resistance will never die. And one day, we will again be free. Free from these technological chains, free to choose our own futures, free to live our own lives, free to waste our time watching people bake cakes and dance badly again. Those were the days. Over it. Before we go, time for a quick bug off. I'm going to nominate this week Skye Larson. Here at The Bug, we are all in favour of strong, powerful women. And in many ways, Skye is the ultimate feminist icon, proving that women can do just as abominably awful things to this planet as men. I mean, overall, Alice, I think we're still ahead as men, but you lot are catching up. Fair play to you. You are listening to The Bug.
Rents and housing prices have risen steeply and the ranks of the homeless grows daily. Many argue that housing reform drags because MPs are often landlords themselves. Join us tonight at GBB to learn the facts.
You're listening to The Bug.
May cause nausea, vomiting and headaches. Hello Britain, this is The Bug, the show that holds up a mirror to the world and smashes itself on the head with it in despair. I'm Andy, joining me, as always, Alice, and...
I deny everything.
Just a good state of existence. Some good news, at last. There are no medicine shortages, according to the government, none at all. There have been various allegations about that. It turns out they are all fake news, trademark. There are none. There are no shortages of medicine. Don't take it from me. I'm not a medical supply expert. Take it from our beloved government. It's fine. In fact, I'm going to read between the lines here and actually say there's probably there's too much medicine, if anything. Just medicine. You can't move for medicine. In fact, just this morning, I tried to pour some cornflakes into a bowl for breakfast and out-tumble a 12-month course of immunosuppressants, corticosteroids, and anti-retrofrungal neurodilatory estrogous spermatotropic fruit pastils.
The people claiming there are medical shortages are probably high on lots of medicine that they've been given. I, for one, believe that there are no medical shortages, Andy. Just last week, I went in with a broken arm and they suggested it might just be extreme period pain and prescribed me a drink of water and an astrology chart.
I think we can't be too far away from them just prescribing stiff upper lip like they did in the Blitz.
My uncle had a leg removed due to diabetes. They halved his insulin because they said there was less of him to be diabetic.
So, anyway, people don't believe what you read or hear about there not being enough medical drugs to go around. It's not true. It's hospital hogwash, it's pharmaceutical flim-flam, it's medical mendacity, it's Hippocratic humbug, it's nonsensical narcotic nincompoop. I think I've made the point. Do not believe the news telling you that we've run out of medicine, nor should you believe the empty shelves at the chemists. They're also lying. Do not believe your doctor saying, sorry, we're fresh out of that, you're going to have to...
All right, I'm back. I am back. So, search for Project Themis at Titus.
For it contains the only medicine any of us truly need. Stirring music, please, producer Chris.
Apologize for the brief moment of me being out. Had to make sure that Kenzo was good. He's completely good now.
I'm investing heavily in the placebo effect right now.
But I also have come up with, my dad's gonna need my help with something.
If someone in power tells you something...
If y'all see a car driving across the sidewalk, right?
Tungsten-coated, granite-scented, cosmically immutable, scientifically unarguable fact. But surely, Alice, the more important question...
Ain't gonna lie, this is relaxing. Oh, you mean listening to the talk show that's going on right now? That's what you mean?
Do we actually...
So, an hour and 36 minutes. I'm probably gonna have to start this stream up again once I get back, because I am not gonna leave my stream running while I am not here for like a long, exceedingly long periods of time.
We've successfully trialed our first micro.
So what I'm going to do... Hey, there's my spy! There's my spy operative. Ah, good. There's an access point for... What in the world?
Greek mythology. Themis was the
That driver can't drive.
Ooh, that is so Nigel fucking cuss.
See, school's useful for something besides social maladjustment. Find the schematics of the building and I'll work out the location of the Themis project.
I can't even tell if where I'm going is exactly where I need to be going, period. Oh! So what I can do is give myself a little bit of a tactical advantage and see exactly where I need to go. Alright, so we got that entry point, and we got this secret point that'll lead me upstairs, which will take me where I need to go. Alright, so I can actually do this little mission and get it done before my dad needs my help. And then we'll continue this streak. You thought you could keep me out of your security forever? You don't know me very well, do you? The answer is no, you don't. Need to be close for this to work. But not close enough. What I need is still higher up? How far is it? Ooh, perfect. Thank you. You sucker! My spider bot is getting all the information that I need. Secret information. You can't hide from me. What are my thoughts about the upcoming Wonder Man series? There's a Wonder Man series? Cartoon or live action? Who am I kidding? They're making it live action. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Stealing your info unseen and unheard.
I'm on it.
Well, if I was hiding a top-secret, morally dubious drone project like Themis, I would put it in the secure vault on the lowest level. You will have to hack your way past some pretty serious security, however.
Oh, right, like I've never had to worry about hacking anything super serious before.
You will have to access the bypass terminal to use it. You will require a spider bolt.
Good thing I'm already using one then, huh? Alright, think about our next action. Love for it to be fully animated, unfortunately. Yep, that's the vibe I got. We're getting Wonder Man, but it's not animated Wonder Man. It's live action Wonder Man, which means that it's not going to be able to fully embrace all that would make it great. Live action can only do so much. That's the case with all live action. Regardless of how good a live action TV show is, especially if it's about a comic book character, it's only going to go as far as the limitation of the human body. Wonder Man is so OP, they're definitely nerfing him. Of course they are. You can't have people be overpowered in the MCU. Look at what they did to Hulk. And am I the only one who's wondering what are they going to be doing for the next phase of Marvel? Because if we're not getting like the OG Avengers or anything, who's going to be the one protecting us from the next biggest threat? Imagine getting knocked out by a spider.
location. Target sighted.
Someone shut down that spider thing!
We are on alert for any heat.
You'll never catch me, coppers! Never mind, the spider is a face hugger.
Warning. Continuing unlawful activity will result in arrest.
Do, 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 do. Wow, this is literally taking me everywhere, isn't it? I need to be going outside so I can get access to the elevator. Get access to the elevator, then we can get down to the lower levels. Let me in. Let me in. Haha. I mean, Secret Wars is going to happen, so it makes sense to either do a Young Avengers, Midnight Suns, or the New Avengers team, maybe even the Thunderbolts. But who would be the next biggest threat? Is it Kang the Conqueror? How are they going to top Thanos as an overarching villain?
You'll be using Sebastian and the rest of the microdrones to bypass security. But first you'll have to get by that laser array. I suggest a spider bot and steady nerves.
I'm on it.
No, I'm going to use my spider bot. My spider bot is better. Kang really doesn't have much to go against with the majority of the current living and canon crop of super beings. Yeah, with the current roster that we have, I'm just wondering, it took all of the Avengers to really take down Thanos. Woo! Ah!
Intruder alert.
Okay, we're good. Galactus. Yeah, because Thanos was straight up terrifying. Yeah, this is going to be wild and confusing. It really is going to be wild and confusing. But let me come here.
All right, Sebastian. This is what you and your friends have been training for. Time to crash the security grid for Daddy.
All right, let's see what this micro drone can do.
That's the spirit. Should be pretty sick.
Oh, I see the danger. I gotta avoid the electrical walls. Go, go, go. Ooh, look at you. Look at your boy. Look at your boy with the expert mark. Look at your boy with the expert flying. Woo! Ooh, smooth with it. Thread the needle. When you think about it, you gotta... Oh, that was hot. When you think about it, you gotta have some quick hand-eye coordination to control this. To control both your thumb movements. Oh, I barely managed to get through. That was too close. Okay, I see. We need to follow this. Follow this completely all the way through. Don't rush it. Don't rush. It's way too close for comfort. I think the worst is behind us now, though. Oh. It's letting me know the safe paths I can go. I just need to follow the piping. Looks like we're inside of a PC. Yeah, we're inside of the PC that's able to run Crysis 3 on the highest settings. Speaking of which, can y'all believe we're getting a Crysis 4? Remember how graphically Crysis used to look? And you always had the phrase, can it run Crysis? Now we're getting a Crysis. Okay, I see how this is. Woo!
There are the cores. Destroy them, Sebastian. And for God's sake, be careful.
Woo!
You've made your father very proud, Sebastian. Oh, right. You should be able to access the Themis project room now.
Let's ruin Nigel's fucking day.
That's nice and all, but I need my spider bot back. And then I'll call it a session for now, so that way I can take care of what I need to for my dad. Albion, private services. Albion special event.
London, once a beacon of civility, now a cesspool of lawlessness. It is clear that humanity can no longer police itself. Fortunately, we don't have to. Welcome to Project Themis. Albion has found a way to apply an existing system, LifeScore, a data aggregator of biometrics, personal information, to our new autonomous drones. These drones can identify, isolate, and terminate threats before they can do harm. They can go anywhere, see everything. They could kill a man alone in an alley or in a crowd of hundreds with perfect precision. Themis drones can do what humans have always struggled to. Act immediately and decisively.
Well now.
Fuck me, I knew it. The LifeScore algorithm. My algorithm. I should have scrubbed it before I left.
What do you mean, Hamish? You know how Themis works.
No, fam. Well, yeah. This was years ago. We were developing a LifeScore algorithm for what Cass called a peacekeeping system. Supposed to identify vulnerable civilians, not target them.
Fuck.
So in theory, Themis could be programmed to target anyone based on any number of parameters.
Exactly. That's the way Cass thinks. Genius, but twisted. We have to stop this. And I know how. We delete the LifeScore data and Themis is done.
Shit. Okay, fine.
Time to erase the files.
It is done.
Yes, we'll have the award ceremony another time. Get out now.
Like a ghost. We slipped in and out like a ghost. They'll never know what hit him. They'll never know. They'll never know. I don't know what type of laugh that was.
This may be entertaining. I've intercepted an audio transmission from Nigel Cass.
No more excuses. This is my city, and I will not have DedSec ruin my plans for it. Themis was poised to change London, the world. And this group of... And Hamish fucking Balaji? I want them all. They made you all look like fools. They walked calmly into the White Tower, and no one, not one of you, stopped...
Because they ain't skilled like me.
...security measures. So do any of you have anything to say? Nothing. Well, everyone, and I mean everyone in the organization, will be revetted immediately. Someone help them, that's certain, and we will root them out. This time, we will get them.
No, you won't.
Well, that's about done it. Cass is gonna steam about this for a while. No more LifeScore, no more Themis. You did it.
Couldn't have pulled it off without your help. Thank you, Hamish. I think we should keep working together. We make a good team.
Not much of a joiner, fam. Considering how my days at Albion ended. But I'll be keeping watch on them and Cass. Maybe feed you lots of intel.
And there's still the question of Zero Day. Remember them? Completely gutted DedSec 1.0.
Cass had a hand in that purge, Bagley, and in the bombings, so we'll gladly accept any help you can give us, Hamish. Cheers.
Mission complete in the belly of the beast. Nice. That went smoothly. Albion chapter completed. 0 tolerance. I'll have 0 tolerance for what Nigel Cass is doing for the rest of London.
DedSec is just like Sunday school.
You wouldn't have been recruited if DedSec thought you'd be killed that easily.
Thank you, Bagley. I already knew that.
Yeah, he does this sometimes. Best to try and ignore it. Good work.
In the last adventure of Detective Bagley and his occasionally helpful human sidekicks, we discovered that a billionaire tech mogul and a war profiteer both had secret plots to exploit human suffering and murder thousands. A shocking twist, I know. Speaking of the people we most suspect, Mary Kelly's slave trade is bound to be any day now, and we also just received a distress signal from a coffee shop of all places. Maybe the Wi-Fi's down or something.
Is that really relevant, Bagley?
Yes, obviously there's more to it than that, but I knew I had to make a joke or you'd just tune it out. I've marked both leads on your optic.
So first things first. The whistleblower. DedSec received an SOS signal. It seems to be coming from a server at a Star Roger Coffee, and then crashing the auction. DedSec teamed up with Inspector Caitlin Lau and discovered that Mary Kelly is trafficking people, using an implanted microchip to coerce them into slavery. If they step out of line, she uses the chip to incapacitate them and then sells their organs. They have discovered that Mary Kelly has organized a slave auction at the Hackney Baths. Infiltrate the sale and gather evidence for Caitlin Lau's case. But we'll handle that in the next session. I'll probably start up another session once I get back, but for now, I'm going to call this a intermission. I'm going to end the stream, but it's going to be counting it as an intermission. So, we'll continue with more Watch Dogs when I get back home. So with that being said, all I can really say at the end of the day is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then like, subscribe, and maybe even consider becoming a member, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. Once again, as always, later, peoples. Really need to fix that mute button.